Hello. Beep, 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 beep. Welcome to the court of the Edijester. How are we, everybody? As we move forward, it seems to me that things are hotting up, which I think is a good thing. I hope that you feel the same. And today I want to talk to you about what support is available for parents in finding themselves caught up in all of this nonsense about trans and gender and everything else that comes with it, particularly those that are working towards attempting to get their child out of this particular cult. And before we do that, become a warrior teacher. Join us in November. And if you can buy me a coffee, please do. Other than that, so over the next few sessions that you have with me, I'm going to be highlighting certain groups and I'm going to put them under the title of Help for Parents. So that if you got somebody you know or somebody says, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do, that you have an idea of where you can get some help. So I want to sort of introduce to you this particular organization, which is called Our Duty. There are a number of organizations that I'm going to cover, but this is the first one, Our Duty. Now, Our Duty helps parents who are struggling with children who have trans ideation, but also offers information about other things. Our Duty is now across Australia, Canada, New Zealand, South Africa, the United Kingdom, which is where we are, obviously, and the United States. So it's run by a group of people who are very concerned about this, but the main individual who I know from Our Duty is Keith, who is a stalwart of the fight, having been in it since about 2018. So, taking a look down, you can see here, Our Duty started life in the United Kingdom with an online gathering of parents affected by having a child identifying as transgender. Our peer support group started online and held its first person meeting in December 2018. Peer support is a clinically proven method for dealing with serious situations that can impact mental health. Having a child with transgender ideation is very much such a situation. It also enables us to share best practice, which has resulted in many success stories. Our mission, what they've got here, our philosophy is simple. Medical transition, opposite sex imitation medicine is never right for a young person. There is no evidence to substantiate it, and allowing it for persistent and insistent cases is just giving up on the child. Furthermore, it is our position that the services provided by the state, the NHS, at gender clinics and via children and adolescent or young persons mental health clinics, CAMHS there, and CYPMHS, which is the two services, are simply not safe and must be avoided. This is also my position. It's absolutely my position. This is utter nonsense. It is a cult, and it should be treated as such, which is you don't allow people to manifest their cult beliefs and then get the state to pay for it, or in the case of America and other areas, insurance companies to pay for it. This is an interesting one here. One of our stated aims is to replace mermaids as the United Kingdom's first line of support for parents who have a child suffering from transgender ideation. A gender-critical alternative to mermaids is what parents need, and Our Duty is committed to fulfilling that role. We advocate for the repeal of the Gender Recognition Act 2004. Again, as do I. I put up on Twitter yesterday, are we repealing this damn thing or not? And it was explained to me at one of the Let Women Speak meetings and by a number of other people. There's no easy legal way to do that, but I think that our government should get its head together with its legal bods and find a way. And I don't care if it means leaving the EHRC or the ECHR. I get confused about the two. And I don't care if it means we have to leave and get rid of the Equality Act and start again. I genuinely don't care at this point. This is too dangerous for children, and from my perspective, in particularly for children that may grow up to be same-sex attracted. Anything that legitimates, this is continuing, anything that legitimizes or validates incongruent sex-based identities serves to reinforce the arguments made by our children and those who are indoctrinating them. Being transgender, in speech marks, needs putting back in the taboo box where it belongs and must never be promoted to children as some kind of valid or legitimate pathway. I echo these thoughts. And then we've got our support here from Our Duty here for parents of so-called transgender children. We don't believe there is such a thing as the transgender child. I'm the same. I don't believe there is. I don't think there is. I think it's nonsense. Is very much appreciated by those who participate, especially those whose children desist from transgender ideation. Peer support works well for both givers and takers, and while parents invariably start as takers, they quickly realize that giving is therapeutic, and everyone has something to offer. Support can be emotional, practical, or informational. The power of just being there for each other gives parents the confidence to navigate their own personal situation. There is no magic bullet, no one size fits all, and we all know that these professionals upon whom we are supposed to rely are utterly unreliable. So we are able to rely on each other. It works. Like minded parents are reassured that their instincts are good and that in their time of crisis, others are standing up for them and their children. We have then got a link on the website there. Again, links as usual are all in the doobers for you to the testimonials of our duty group. You can register to join the community. And our duty is growing in influence and size. What we could do best, what we do could be best described with the acronym SAVE: Support, Activism, Voice, Educate. And from support perspective, we help parents support each other by providing ways for you all to connect online and for real, share your concerns, strategies, and have friends who understand. And activism, we aim to highlight our concerns to the public, politicians, educators, and medics. For example, they were there at the Kira Bell case, and adolescence is not an illness, don't treat it like one. So the voice bit is advocate for parents, be their voice or help them find theirs, and educate. We strive to spread our knowledge that sex is real and cannot be changed, that gender is a harmful craze to the whole of society. They've got leaflets there that are also very useful to any parent, and there you can see that they're able to download it, and you can see that they're on Twitter, X as at Our Duty UK. I also put up yesterday, wouldn't it be a nice idea if we would all name something that, despite the arduous nature and how very, very difficult this fight can be, that we could all name something that has positive that's come out of it. And Our Duty was one of the groups that came up. I'm also going to talk later on in this, I suppose there's a little mini series there, just called Help for Parents. And I will be looking at Bayswater support. And there's also the Safe Schools Alliance. So I'll be looking at a number of them because I think this could be of interest. And it would mean that if you need to, if you've got a parent who's wondering what they can do, that they could take a look at one of these videos that I've done here and then perhaps use that as their momentum for them to contact Our Duty or Bayswater support. We must make sure that parents can find this, because as we move forward and as the fight intensifies, parents are going to be the ones that more and more are going to have to take on the schools. And I believe that is where the fight is solidifying, by the way. That's where I believe it's solidifying. The fight is now to take it to the schools to deal with the activist teachers and the activist educators working within the school system. Other than that, have a great day. I'll see you later. I'm going to go and have something to eat now. It's breakfast time. I'll speak to you later. Bye-bye.